Coming up in today's episode, we're going to look at what's been selling on eBay so far in the month of June. Hello everybody, welcome once again to N Cubed. I am Brian, the Motley Mix Merchant. Yes, I'm wearing a hat. No, I haven't got a haircut. Yes, I shaved. Haircut today, sometime today. Fingers crossed, anyhow, if I can get an appointment. All right, so busy day today. Let's get to the What's Sold episode. But first, 3 things to talk about from last episode, which was my haul lot from my online auction. Some things to clear up and straighten out. I asked what this was, and for people to tell us down in the comments of the video, found out what it was. Thanks to Claire and Mike for their comments. This is a candle/taper holder by Dansk from the late 60s, early 70s called Spider. Makes sense by the looks of it, doesn't it? So that is a Dansk candle holder, cast iron. It is currently on the website for $21.99 plus shipping. And that's what it goes for, surprisingly. I asked what this was. Isn't this crazy looking thing? Looks like a large, like a clip holder kind of thing, whatever. Wasn't really sure what it was. But then Cher, one of my regular viewers and commenters, mentioned what she thought it looked like, and I think she's right. I haven't been able to confirm it yet on eBay or anywhere else, but I think she's right. And here's what it's for. This came in a box with other Danish and Scandinavian things. And here's what it's for. You ready? You take your shoe, and it's a shoe holder for the wooden clogs or the ceramic clogs. Wouldn't work with a shoe like this one because the design is upside down, but for the ones that are painted in a general design, it would work very well. So there you have it. You have to be careful. It's supposed to sit on a table, so me holding it and shaking it around while I'm talking isn't going to help, but the heel of the shoe goes in the rest, and that is what it does. So thank you very much to Cher for sharing that with us in the comments of the last video. And then one more thing. I very briefly spoke about these wonderful plates that I got. I got 6 of these in the box. They are called Bunte Blatte by Rosenthal of Germany. The only other set of 6 bowls, which is how many I have, is currently on sale on eBay for $225 US. I am not going to ask $225 because from what I can see from the other prices for other individual items from this pattern, Bunte Blatte, which I'm sure I'm saying it with the wrong accent, but whatever. I think these are probably going to be worth about $10 to $15 a piece. So I'm going to list them for $80 to $90 and put best offers on there, and we'll see what happens. So if anybody needs their replacement bowls for this pattern, I'm hopefully going to have the right price and the right number that they need. So we shall see. All right, so that's the cleanup from last video. Let's move on to today's video. We're going to talk about what's sold so far in the month of June. I know it's already almost the last week of June. It is the last week of June. Holy cow. And I haven't done a what's sold episode since the first week, but I've been very, very busy. I'm sorry, but I've been busy packing again and thrifting and sourcing through online auctions and listing. Oh, it's just been a crazy month. And I'm working at the auction house again too. So I'm doing okay though. It's not quite as busy as May was, but it's still on a really good pace right now. So far, today is the 24th by the time this gets uploaded, and I have sold 36 items as of last night, the 23rd. If anything sells from the time I tape this to the time this goes on the YouTube channel, well, I'll put that in the next video. But 36 items so far. So at that pace, I should end up around 45, 46, that kind of thing. Last month I sold 50, but this month there are some bigger items, and so the numbers are much better as far as sales prices go so far in the month of June. So let's get started. I'm going to move them over like I usually do, make this a little better aesthetically so you can see the screenshots. If I skip one or two, I'm not going to mention every single one of the 36. I've got about 20 or so to go through that are worthwhile mentioning. So if I do forget one or two, I apologize, but let's get going. First off is this very nice Hofbauer crystal dish, covered dish with birds all over it. Have had this for a little while. I think this was off of one of my tables that I got the entire table for $5, that kind of thing. But it sold for $30 plus $13 towards the shipping. And nice to see crystal and glassware and ceramicware still flying off my shelves. It's been a great month, great couple months for that kind of product. So yeah, nice little Hofbauer piece to start things off. These are not in any particular order actually tonight. I just sort of wrote things down as I went through them after doing my screenshots on my phone. Two things from the Hoarder House, both sold, and it was the bigger things, both teapots. If you remember, I had picked out a couple of really nice, funky teapots from the kitchen. Well, they both sold. They were both Linda Corneal for Sealed with a Kiss, or SWAC is the designer, and the elephant teapot, which was the very neat-looking elephant, and the lady with the great big bonnet teapot with the bird on top. They both sold for $35, about a week and a half apart, to two different buyers, but I took best offers, I think, on both of those for $35, with $20 towards the shipping on both of them, and they both fit into some perfectly sized boxes, so I didn't have to go oversized, and the $20 shipping charge covered the entire shipping, so it was great. Good sales. So I have now, at this point, made back my $120 Canadian investment in the items from the Hoarder House, and I still have about 15 items listed from that haul. So going well. Now, one of the very first auctions that I took part in online after this whole isolation thing happened, when there really weren't a lot of auctions taking place and I was starting to run out of things to sell. Remember, if you watch the channel, you remember I picked up basically a junk drawer. It was a box full of junk. It appeared to be junk, but I called it the junk drawer haul. Well, two things from that junk drawer haul, the two biggest things, sold in the past about 2.5 weeks. First off is this Schaefer pen. It's a special balanced pen, and it had some issues. It had a little bit of a break on one part of the nib, and the gold writing was worn off on the body, but somebody gave me a best offer of $25 on that, and I took it because it had been sitting for a while, and nobody was pulling the trigger on the price that I had on it, which I think was about $35 or $39 actually, so took the 25. It stayed here in Canada, actually only about a 2-hour drive away, but I did ship it. And yeah, so the Schaefer pen, which I knew was one of the better items out of that box, sold. And so did the saxophone mouthpiece. It was a Buescher saxophone mouthpiece, vintage, still well liked by saxophone players apparently because of the sound that it makes. And this one sold for, make sure I get this right, $50 on a best offer, plus $10 towards the shipping. It had been up there a little higher earlier on. I tried to get it to go for about 90 or so, with first with an auction and then with a buy now, but it looked like the market had dried up a little bit for that. Nothing really had sold in about the last 30 days. So the price came down a little bit and somebody gave me a $50 offer and I took it. I'll take $50 for something that cost me probably about 75 cents to $1 in bulk. So yeah, so two items, both from that junk drawer, both sold in the last 2.5 weeks. So those were good sales, good numbers on those. If you remember, I think it was in the last haul video, not the last haul video, the last What Sold episode, I told you about the original cast albums that I've been selling, that I picked up for a $6 lot at one of my at the auction house that I'm working at, actually, online auction. I picked up 9 albums for $6, and they were all original cast Broadway musicals or West End of London musicals. Well, I sold a couple of big ones. I sold Les Mis for $75, sold another one, I can't remember which one it was, but then in the past few weeks, I've sold 3 more. I sold a combination of 2 albums to the same person. They bought Sunday Afternoon in the Park with George, as well as Chicago, for a total of $40, $25 for Sunday in the Park, and then $15 for Chicago. And then I also sold Phantom of the Opera. These albums, again, as I said last time, they were in near mint, if not mint condition as far as the vinyls were concerned. And so the Phantom of the Opera album sold for a total of $40 plus $9 towards the shipping. So far, out of the 9 albums, I've sold 5 of them for a total of about $145 in that neighborhood, about $150. So let's say $150 so far out of my $6 investment in those original cast albums from Broadway. So I'm so glad I looked up the Les Mis one and decided to buy that lot. It's turning out very, very well for me so far. I've also sold, and I'm not going to go through them all, $100 worth of RC parts. I think so far my total investment in RC parts has been about $35 to $40, but since I started selling them in a last month and a half or so, I've made well over $250 to $300 worth of sales of remote control car parts, and I still have lots of parts on the website, and they just keep selling. Even week after week, I sell 2 items or so of the small things worth $15 to $20. So it adds up. It's great. I'm just going to keep on researching the ones that come up for auction and seeing what's worthwhile, and I'll just keep on plugging away with the RC parts. So they're doing well. Sold a hardcover book, Silence of the Lambs. This one was in a box that I picked up a long time ago. I think I might have been off of one of the table lot purchases back before the COVID stuff started, when the auction house here in St. Catharines was still open. I think I got an entire table full, which included a couple of boxes of books for about $5. Well, Silence of the Lambs sold for $19, and yeah, I've paid for everything. I think that's the first book to sell from that lot, so but it's good. It's already paid for the whole thing. It's great. And it's been in the store for a little while, but it's books sell. I'm finding out now that books sell, and I'll tell you more about that at the very end of this. Trust me. Oh, this was very nice. Nice sale as well. It was a vintage metal oil/milk bottle carrier. They used to use it in the old days, 60s and 70s, when they would come out to your car with your oil bottles in this carrier to decide which kind of oil you wanted to be put in your car. Although at the same time, the milk delivery men, yes, there used to be milk delivery men, they would use these carriers to carry the milk bottles to the door from the truck. So sold this one for $57 plus $20 towards the shipping. I did pay up on this on an absentee bid at a live auction that I was not able to attend in person. I think this one cost me $15 Canadian, so even with the exchange and everything, it's still going to be a good $35 profit on the metal oil/milk carrier. So I was very happy about that one. Oh, Wedgwood Trio. Picked up this Wedgwood Trio back, about a month ago at the online auctions when my auction house started up again. I picked it up for about $5, I think. Sold it for $20 and shipped it off with full shipping cost of $13 paid for by the buyer, which is always good. Oh, one of the pictures, the autographed pictures of the old actors. If you remember, I picked up a few pictures. This is going back March, April maybe. I picked up a lot of 4 pictures, which were all autographed. Not autographed either. Just this was the only one that was autographed. It's Andrei Egilevsky. He was a very famous Russian ballet dancer. One of the first famous Russian ballet dancers. Ended up being a mentor, teacher to, and I knew I was going to forget the name, the very famous Russian ballet dancer from the 60s, 70s, 80s. I'm drawing a blank because I'm focusing so much on what I'm trying to say here with the sales. So anyhow, it'll come to me in about 3 items. Watch. Anyhow, autographed picture finally sold for $20. I made probably $130 so far off of 4 of the pictures, 3 of the 4 pictures from that lot. No, that was the last one. That was the last picture that sold, and I'm sure I made about $130 to $150 on a $5 purchase for the pictures of old actors. That one. Oh, this one is just 2 weeks old. I just picked up this one when the Goodwills reopened. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, my first trip to one of the local Goodwills, the one that's just a few blocks from my house here. I picked up the 2 plushes from the Japanese anime shows, Uran High School something club. Host Club. There it is. Uran High School Host Club. It was this plush. It sold for full asking price of $30 plus another $9 towards the shipping. I paid $4 for this plush at the local Goodwill. I've had a lot of great luck picking up fringe things like Japanese anime and that kind of stuff that people don't know what it is, and I can grab it on the plush shelves, and there it is. It was great. Good sale. Oh, one of the silver-plated items from my most recent silver plate haul that I got an entire box full of some great silver plate that my girlfriend shined up for me before I listed it. That box cost me a grand total of $4, And I sold the champagne bucket here for a total of $53 plus $17 towards the shipping. So amazing, amazing return already just on one item so far from that box of silver plate. We'll see what the other pieces do, but I'm happy. I've already made 14 times my money back, so that's a great return. And I'm liking silver plate. It's getting lots of attention. All my silver plate is getting lots of attention, lots of watchers, and it's selling. So I'm going to keep on looking for the good stuff, that's for sure. This was a cute item. I have had this for a little bit. It was a Douglas Cuddle Toy Pinto Horse plush. I think I picked this up before all the shutdowns back in about February or March. Again, $4 at this one was from Value Village, I think. The plushes, they aren't doing very well with upping the prices on their plushes at the thrift store. So as long as they keep them down, I'll be keeping on going in and grabbing them for the best price that I can. But this beautiful horse plush sold for $22 plus another $10 towards the shipping. So great return on that. And again, plushes are doing well for me. I'm lucking out with some great finds at the local Goodwill and Value Village / Savers, and I'm just going to keep on looking for plushes when I go into the thrift stores, which is not very often these days. I'm doing a lot of my stuff online with the online auctions, so I don't think I've been to a thrift store in a week and a half. So I might go tomorrow though. It's my day off from the auction house, so I'll probably go tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, this beautiful piece here. I've had it for a while, but again, it was an online auction right at the end of the open times in March before the isolation stuff all started. It was a beautiful art glass tiger's eye design purse vase. It was huge. It was heavy. It was very fragile, so I was a little worried about shipping it. It's still on its way there, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed the whole time that it's going to get there. But I made sure that there was tons and tons of padding. But it sold for $30, and I got an entire lot of glass and ceramic vases and that kind of thing for, I think, $8 back when I bought it at online auction. So yeah, good return on that. And again, I really took care with the packing, wrapped it. Tell you what I did. I wrapped it in bubble wrap, small bubble wrap. Then I made basically a cardboard cover for the handle area. Then I wrapped that in large bubble wrap. Then when I put that in the box, I surrounded it with paper. Then I put some air pockets in there with more paper and then more bubble wrap on the very top of the box. So I'm pretty sure it's going to get there safe and sound. Fingers crossed. I'll let you know. All right, now, 3 more things to tell you about. First off, something I just talked to you about a week and a half ago. I've already sold the remote control car chassis. The body that I had that was very old, it was going to be mainly for parts or for a starter car, that kind of thing. I sold that on a best offer for $50 plus another $20-something for the shipping. I just shipped it out today. It just sold over the weekend. Shipped it out today. It's staying in Canada, going about 4 hours north of here. But $50 was a pretty good price for that one, I think. I thought it was going to go a little higher, but then I saw that the price for full RC cars was coming down a little bit into the low 100s. So I figured that my partial body of a RC car was going to be a little less than that. I dropped it down to $69. He gave me the $50 offer. I'll take it. I'll take $50 on an item that cost me $6 at auction less than a month ago. So that's another good return on that one. Now, last but not least, last video, I told you about my box of books and the surprises that I found inside there. Well, I've already sold 2 of the books from my $12.50 box. And here's what they are. First off, the collective works of John Steinbeck. I've already sold the Steinbeck book for $25 on a best offer. I was only asking $31.99 or $29.99, something like that. They asked a best offer of $25, so I took it with another, how much, $12 for the shipping, because it was, no, not much. It's going media mail, so it's going to be, it was only $5. I think I charged $5.99 for shipping because I knew it was going to be a low price because of the media mail. So yeah, that was the first sale. Sold the giant Steinbeck compilation for $25. And I've already sold Gone with the Wind. Now, in the video, I mentioned about it selling about a couple weeks ago for $125. That was a one-off. I did not see any other comps that were that high. They were all in the $70 to $80 range. So I listed mine at $76.99. Turned down 2 offers, but the second person that offered me $55, I turned down, but I explained. I said, this is already right in the mid-range of the books that are listed that are this exact copy of the book. It's getting tons and tons of action, tons and tons of views and watchers, and I've only had it up there for less than 5 days, so I'm going to let it sit for now and just keep an eye on it. Well, they kept an eye on it, all right, because half an hour later, they bought it at full price at $77 plus $10 towards the shipping. I am not shipping a $75 book by media mail. It's going priority. It's gone priority. Went out yesterday. No, it's going out tomorrow. Sorry. That was just bought last night. Didn't have time to do the shipping today, so had to make an appointment for tomorrow to ship out Gone with the Wind. So I've already made $100 US, $102 US on the $12.50 box of books. So I can't be happier. I've still got 6 more books to sell on the eBay store. They're already up there. So I'm sure it's going to end up a good $200 to $250 for that box of books. And I had a feeling. I told you I had a feeling. And it seems to be paying off right now. So anyhow, that is it. That's what sold in the first part of June, the first 3 weeks of June. Sorry, I've been a little remiss in not doing an updated one, but I think I've been keeping up with the videos. It's just haven't had a chance to do a what sold video. So it's been great. Again, busy. It's slowed down quite a bit here in the last 7 days. The first 2 weeks were really busy. I was on pace. I think I did 25 items in the first 15 days. Now it's down to about 1 item per day. If not, yeah, about that. Maybe 1.25 items per day. So it's slowed down quite a bit since the middle of the month. Warmer weather. The world is starting to get back to a little bit of normalcy in some places. Not quite here. And Father's Day and that kind of stuff. So might be a little bit of the beginning of a summer slowdown. We'll see. But it's still a great month already and another 7 days to go. So I hope you've been having luck with your sales as well. And I'm just going to keep plugging away. I've got some things I picked up at auction on Sunday night that I'll be picking up tomorrow to list. I'm still finishing off the ceramics and glassware from the auction haul I got 2 days ago or last week at the auction house down the street, half an hour down the street, and just keeping busy. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this, able to learn a few things of the kind of things that are selling on eBay, at least for me, and see if you've got that stuff around your house and see if you find that stuff in the thrift stores. It'll sell. It's selling well. I'm doing a lot of glass, a lot of ceramics, vintage stuff. It's a little bit of everything, but it's the kind of things that I've learned now over the last year. That's what I have to look for, and that's what's going to sell for me. So please hit the like button down below if you got anything out of this video. It lets other people looking for this kind of thing see it in their recommendations from YouTube. That's how the algorithm works. And of course, if you would like to follow along with all of my adventures as a Canadian eBay reseller, I invite you to hit the subscribe button down below and then hit the bell to be notified every time a new episode is uploaded. I think I know that by heart by now after a year of doing this. My 1-year anniversary on YouTube last Tuesday, I think it was, and I forgot to mention it, but been doing this for a year now, almost 60 videos or something like that, 60 to 65 videos, so getting up there. And I appreciate every one of you who drop by and say hi or hit the like button or just check out the videos, because I'm doing this for fun, and I hope I'm giving you a little bit of information at the same time. Anyhow, take care, everybody. Good luck with your thrifting. Stay safe in the thrift stores, and I will see you again very soon on another episode of M Cubed. Bye for now. Cheers.